Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Professor A. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates always. Today we have a new session on we are on politics, and during election there is a lot of things going on, and one of them is prostitution. So I would love to introduce you to this session now, how prostitution thrives during election. So we first look at what a prostitute means. It's a person who on at least one occasion, and whether or not compelled to do so, offers or provides sexual services to another person in return for payment or a promise of payment to a or a third person, and prostitution is to be interpreted accordingly. So basically during election, what happens, we say this: some people are being promised maybe a post. If they can't pay for the post or they can't campaign, so the middlemen coerce into prostitutions, and they end up, some have been exploited along the way. So if we look at the scope of prostitution, and the definition I've just given may be open to wider interpretations, of course. The common understanding of the term prostitution is that the purchaser is physically in the presence of those providing the services. Understand? It is in this scenario where those involved in prostitution may be more vulnerable at a risk of harm or exploitation. Where one is exploited normally is maybe when you are coerced, you don't have alternative. This may include, but it's not limited also to, so women and men are involved in the prostitution. There are other forms of prostitution like street prostitutions, indoor prostitutions, then homes, we have hotels, we have brothels. Someone can escort you and then end up involving in prostitution. So the main causes of prostitution: one, we have income inequalities. Some are indulging in substance misuse, and there's also a lot of peer pressure. So most of the population are, like, let's say 80% are youths and women. So and there's a huge gap between income, income and income. And during election, what happened is that most of these youth and women, they congregate. If you see a huge rally, it's not all about they're giving support, or some of them have a voters card to go and cheer their whoever they are following up or running up. So they go there to earn a living. Basically those who are into substance misuse, they need to sustain themselves, they need income. So at one point they end up being exploited by these middlemen, and in return they get money to purchase those to sustain themselves in addiction. And the peer pressure is also, like there's most of these candidates have committees, mostly they are youths, and then they are given some facilitation fee. So if anyone wants to enter into that team circles, those who have upper hand normally exploit. So peer pressure is a worrying issue also in when it comes to prostitution. Let's see barriers to. Could this person who is in prostitution live can they be able to leave prostitution? Okay, in most cases, many of those involved in prostitution do so for financial reasons, and also the potential lack of finance is a barrier that prevents them from leaving. For example, when prostitution is used to finance an addiction, the ones we talk about, drug misuse, maybe someone is in debt or could not get a job because of also a situation where a man, if a woman maybe goes for a job to look for a job or a project approval, and then the man want to coerce her into prostitution, into sexual, want to give through the job, or maybe she's in debt. So if she realized that she could get access to finance through sexual addiction, she can easily go into that situation. Even a man can be easily be coerced by maybe a financially stable woman. You see, some also want to, they are into a fake lifestyle, so if they could not maintain their current lifestyle, definitely that's they have to go for prostitution. So how are we going to solve these problems during campaign? So the candidates who are into campaigns, if you form your campaign committee, you must give conditions. You must give condition of how they interact with the electorates, and also give the public alert in case of misuse of power. They should report, to you. And also, for example, if for political parties, how do you get nominated? If from my observation, if someone cannot pay for the ticket or for their nomination fee, there are also, at some point, there are so many women and men who are coerced into act of sexual favors and exploitation, such that they end up being given this kind of favors. So some of the solution, how will the candidates help these groups, vulnerable groups? Maybe if they encounter during campaign there is a health issues, they should attend to. If someone is facing debts or financial problems, they should do the money meant for, make it like issue-based campaign. If they come across homeless youths, they should put up into a structure. If there is no employment and training, give them training and put back them into the society. There are those ones who have been arrested because of maybe drug addictions, or they are involved in violence somewhere, and then they are detained. So the justice system fair to all? So there's a need for an aspirant or a candidate to, or an incumbent to intervene for such station. So there are also the women and men who are subjected to domestic and sexual violence. They can also reach out. There are also outreach programs, like for example, they should use mosques and churches to enlighten the people on prostitution. And this group of people should, entities or institutions should should give us should intervene in terms of they can also come in as maybe there's a professional counselor, and also the religious counseling session. So please subscribe to my channel, and see you for another session. And share this video, please. Let the candidates use this solution to the campaign based issue. Okay, bye.